All right. Does it say we're live?
It does, yeah.
Doing live. So I'm here with Trisha. And when did you join Align and Thrive?
2 years ago now.
Wow, that was that long ago.
Yeah.
And then you've been an awesome mentor ever since. And I'm so grateful because you're the best mentor. So it was 2 years ago. So do you remember back, why you originally joined? And
Yes, absolutely. I kind of had two reasons. So I had just had a new baby and I had a 2-year-old daughter, and I was realizing that was hard, and I was just becoming very reactive and moody and not feeling like I was the best version of myself. And so I figured out that, I was just feeling depleted and I needed to take better care of myself. And I had heard about your course, so it just sounded like it was a fit, and it seemed like the right time because I had this new baby. I thought, I need to build in these good habits now. So that's reason one. And then another reason was that I had a pretty bad shoulder injury. I play a lot of right-handed sports, and I was a windmill pitcher as a kid, and then I play a lot of volleyball. I'm a hitter. So I had this rotator cuff injury that, my physiotherapist kind of said, yes, we can help this get better, but this is going to be a lifelong injury just from the wear and tear that you've put your shoulder through. And he said, so you have to strengthen this. This will always be an issue. Yeah. And I was at the point, sleeping at night, it was aching, it was hurting all the time. Yeah. So I knew that I needed to build, strengthening routines into my daily routine if I want to keep playing the sports that I love. So that was another motivator.
So what were the results that you got after your first round, if you remember back? Because I know, once you're a mentor, you're in the conversation, so you keep refining and you keep, you're still really focusing on them. So a lot happens over that period of being a mentor.
Yeah, it's definitely been a journey since. It's always going to be a journey. I'm always going to be on them.
Totally.
But I know that at that time, just after the 11 weeks, definitely my intuition was just stronger. I learned to listen to myself and my body, and kind of learned what I need and when to set boundaries, so that, I knew that I could take care of myself, so I could be the best version of myself for my kids and my husband. And have
you noticed that it has changed your parenting or your relationships, your family, or husband relationship?
Yeah, definitely. I think that it used to be everybody else was first, and I came last. Yeah. And now I would say that I'm first.
Yeah, as it should be.
Because if I take care of myself first, then everybody else is taken care of, because I have the capacity to. Right. Whereas I would have never even really explored that, I think, before. Yeah. So it definitely changes, because I ask for more. I might say I really need this yoga class, or I need this built into my routine, so this is what I need from you. I communicate that better with my husband, and he gets great results from it too. So
totally.
Yeah,
it really does rub off on everyone around us, or it positively impacts everyone around us. And you're just setting an example for your kids, for them to grow up asking for what they need and setting those boundaries, and having you doing the habits, you're a model for them. And it's
and I think when you talk about balance so much, when you are moody or when something kind of negative is occurring, now I stop and think, hey, what's out of balance?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What habit is missing? What am I not doing?
Yes, absolutely. So it's also just given me the tools to a really great self-reflection tool, so that I'm not reactive and I'm not moody. And I mean, it's easier because now I don't have a baby who's waking me up.
That helps. Night, there's other challenges though,
Yes.
As I get older, and
And I was nervous coming back. I went back to teaching full time this past year, and I thought that was going to be too much. But honestly, just having those habits as my foundation, and just knowing how to set those boundaries, it's not too much. It's actually great. It's enriched my life again. So I love teaching. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so great. And do you feel like, what have you noticed being part of the community and just having the community support and having, you're now helping other people be accountable, but just having accountability in general while working on these things and making these changes?
Yeah, I love the community right off the bat. I love the community because sometimes, I don't know, sometimes as a new mom, you can get around a lot of complaining and focusing on the negative. And that was hard for me. So that community is so great because everybody's trying to lift each other up. And if somebody has a problem, it's very solution oriented, right? So there's advice and I don't know, there's lots of empathy going on in the community where everybody's kind of been through it and understands and is there to help each other. And so that's also why I love mentoring, because I remember when I went through it too, you kind of feel a little bit alone, like if you're not doing something well. Yeah. I've mentored so many times that I don't know, it also connects you just to humanity, to realize that we all go through these.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. It's so true. And then we all have these tendencies, like the whole perfectionistic tendencies and just being hard on ourselves and having these unrealistic expectations. And I think probably you've seen that just having mentored so many times, that there's just these things that keep coming up with each person that comes in. And it's like a lot of undoing of those patterning, or just like ways that we've been in the past, or the ways that we've tried to make changes in the past that haven't worked. And so it's a lot of, I think of it as a lot of learning how to make changes in a way that's more compassionate and more accepting. And really, I mean, so much of the, Ayurveda and what we do is, like you said in the beginning, and I remember that was one of the big things that you said was that you got out of the program, was the listening to your body and intuition, and just having that relationship to yourself where you really know what you need and what, where to draw the line. And and
then my shoulder was another benefit. I have strengthened my back a lot, those stabilizing muscles that help my shoulder. And I'm just going to continue with that so that my shoulder doesn't become an issue again.
Is the pain gone? Is it pain free?
Totally.
Yeah.
Zero. Awesome. I do not have to worry about it. Yeah.
That's so great.
I'm keeping up with the routine.
Yeah, and I would say even, sometimes pain is musculature, but then it's inflammation and things like sleep and diet and all those things play a big part into getting out of that, any kind of aches and pains and physical discomfort. Yeah. Awesome. Well, I love having you in the community. I'm so grateful. And you're an awesome mentor. So the next person who will have you will be very lucky.
I love being a part of it. So thank you for everything you give all of us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Trisha. I'll see you soon.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.
Bye.